Cafe in Bundy, very popular, been around for a very long time. A lot of cafes in town. How do you, I guess, differentiate Alowishus and keep it as popular as it is consistently?
There's probably not just one thing there, I would say, Nathan. There's probably a combination of things. I would say being easy to do business with, and I think I spoke to this when you came in to the cafe the other day, making sure that you're easy to do business with. So looking at how you can do something as opposed to why it's too hard. So looking for the how you can. I'm also a very big believer in you reap what you sow, and right from the get-go we have always given back, whether that's through donations or sponsorships or programs that we've run, like our Pay It Forward program or our Baby Chino program as well. I think that's really important to be able to give back to the community, because the community gives you so much. And lastly, Michael touched on this when he was speaking, I think just owning your mistakes. We're all human, we all make mistakes day in, day out. And I think just owning those mistakes, saying, yep, that's happened, communicating with your client on this is where the system fell down and this is what I'm going to do in future so that it doesn't. And then you can talk to your staff and go over those things and refine it. But that's something I've always done. I've always taken ownership. And I think as a business owner, it's important that you take ownership of it as well and not pass the buck to your staff member, because ultimately it stops with you. The team's only as good as what the leader is. So.
It's can you just give us a quick? I've got one more, but just a quick explanation around those programs that you do offer, because some people might not be aware of the good things that you do because you're a good egg.
Oh, we have our Pay It Forward program, which is it started as a coffee Pay It Forward program. It got exploited, and we created all of these issues for ourselves. We had staff members being stalked and all sorts of different things, because it came from a good heart, but it was poorly executed and it was poorly managed. So we sort of had to can that aspect of it. But I was talking to a woman who used to work for the outreach van at Impact Community Services, and I was saying, well, what I'd really like to do is maybe we could give you guys some food, we could give you sandwiches and you could take it out when you go on a Wednesday night to the outreach service. And she said, that's a great idea, however, sometimes we have one person, sometimes we have 20, and things would get wasted. She said, what about a voucher system? And that's what we did. So we have our Pay It Forward vouchers, so customers can purchase a voucher, which we then distribute to different organisations, and people that are having a hard time or, particularly now with cost of living, they can come in and purchase a sandwich or a toastie with that voucher. Our Baby Chino program is, we sell baby chinos. Everyone, mums would know what baby chinos are. Everyone else, look it up. And they sell for, I think they're $2, and we don't, well, they were used to be $1, but inflation. Anyway, we donate that money to, it's now called Partners in Care. So it used to be Bay Health Services or the Health Foundation. And it specifically goes to helping them purchase things in the children's ward. And it's just a little bit, like it's only just $1 or $2, but I always say a little bit makes a big difference. Little things make a big difference. And I think we're well over $6,000 now that's been donated. It could even be more than that. They send me a certificate every 6 months with the amount on it, and so I'm not quite sure what it's up to, but it's really fabulous. And people like it too, because they feel like they're coming in and they're having a social interaction, but they're also contributing to something bigger than them as well.
Quick round of applause for that. I don't want to drag you back through COVID, but I've known you for a long time and we've had lots of conversations over the years, civil work and non-work related. That would have been really challenging, and we saw through particularly the Main Street, those businesses that relied on that foot traffic. Just again, sort of similar to Michael, lessons learned from that, because I'm not saying it'll happen again, but something will happen again in terms of the future. Anything there that sort of stuck out that you pivoted in a way that's worth mentioning?
I hate that word.
Yeah, sorry.
When you mentioned that, it triggered something in me, Jeff. So I'll have to be
Strike one.
I'll have to be prayerful about that, because it's still affecting me. COVID, and anyone that's running a business would know how significantly impactful that whole experience was. What was your question?
Just something that you learned from that you pivoted that maybe changed the direction of the future.
Well, there was a lot of things that we pivoted in, because I can still remember the night that Scott Morrison said we're shutting down the country tomorrow, and that meant my businesses weren't operating. There was no income, just overnight like that. So particularly with Bert's, the restaurant, because we didn't have a takeaway. A takeaway model, we quickly did that. So I was just in the shop, in the bar, because my staff were away. They got caught in Thailand. They were on holidays and couldn't get home. So I was sort of there answering the phone, and we plated up some stuff in our catering boxes from Alowishus. So we just went and got some boxes, put all that in the platters. We put some things on social media and said we're still open for takeaway. And I was just overwhelmed by the generous hearts in our community, because people that wouldn't normally come to Bert's and eat at Bert's, they just came to buy a meal to support. Like, it was a very humbling experience. We pivoted very quickly in that we got an app up and running with Bert's as well, which we didn't have beforehand. And so it took about 2 or 3 weeks, but then we were able to run that takeaway model as well. So I won't tell you the other things that I've learned, Jeff, because I'm not sure that they're politically correct.
Excellent. Thank you, Tracey, for your insights. I'll hand back to Carly now. So we've got a couple more questions, then we're going to open up 1 or 2 questions from the audience. So start thinking about your questions.